every time we have sex, having to carry my girlfriend, it can be a bit exhausting.
First, you don't have to carry me every single time we have sex. And even if you did, like, what's the issue? You used to carry me before. So are you lazy now or what?
Things were a bit different.
In what way? I've gained weight.
I don't think any man on this planet hasn't had this awkward conversation with the woman that they were actually with. You're with a woman for 1, 2, 3 years or whatever. She starts to gain excessive weight. And next thing you know, we see it, but we can't say nothing because we don't want to be looked at as insensitive, right? But we have to wait for you to actually come to us and say something, which you do. And you say, hey, I think I've gained some weight. And we're just like, thank you. Finally, you're saying something. Now I can say something. And we're just like uber supportive. All right, baby, let's go to the gym. Let's eat differently. And what happens? You don't go to the gym. You don't eat differently. You know why? Because you don't necessarily want to go to the gym. You don't really want to lose the weight. You simply want him to accept the excessive weight you just gained. So now you're kind of like, oh, well, I didn't say I was going to go to the gym. I didn't say I was going to change my diet. I just said I'm getting fat so you can accept me getting fat so I can keep getting fat and you be okay with it. Right? It's sad.
Well, would you know if you gained weight?
All my clothes still fit, so I wouldn't think I've gained weight.
If we really want to break it down a bit.
What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying you're fat. But you just said I didn't say you're fat. You're the one that said the word fat. Did I say fat? I didn't say fat.
The biggest part of this I want you to pay attention to is the fact that she literally acts like she hasn't gained weight. You know you gained weight, but you just don't want him to see what you see because you have this Disney-like mindset of, oh, he doesn't notice that I've gained weight, even though he sees you naked as much as you see yourself naked. But this is the problem we all have as men. It's sad. Let's move on.
Between the both of us, we've had discussions where she has mentioned that she wants to lose weight, right? And I said, great, I support you with that, right? However, when it comes to me trying to kind of keep her in check in order to motivate her to achieve her goals, it becomes a problem. She says I'm calling her fat. I didn't call you fat. I'm saying that you haven't been tracking your intake. Therefore,
you can't carry me during sex.
No. It's not. Look, forget about the sex for now.
You've got
you said fat. You said fat and you said gain weight. Let's stick to that topic. Yeah. Because
is that why you don't want to have sex?
No. It's not that. But
yes, this is the reason why he doesn't want to have sex as much as he used to. They talked about how she used to be carried to the bedroom before they had sex, but you don't gain a lot of weight. And you still expect him to do the same things. That's not how life works. See, this particular woman is just like a lot of other women. You just want somebody to accept you regardless of how you change. And if you've gotten older or if there's a health issue, it's understandable. But this is a young couple. But the problem is, what happens with a lot of couples is the woman would get worse and the man would get better. This is what I mean. In this particular video on YouTube, he said that he used to be chubby when he met her, but now he's stocky, he's built, he looks great. So she's very attracted to him. So she wants to have sex with him more because of how he's grown, of how he's like excelled, right? But on her end, she is worse to a certain degree in his eyes because she's gained excessive weight. So I want you to think about this. She's gotten worse because she's gained excessive weight. He's gotten better because he's lost excessive weight. How are these two on the same plane? See, I want you guys to think about something because you might say, oh, y'all are always worried about weight. I want you to think about this. Imagine you dealing with a guy who makes $100,000 a year, right? And 2 years down the road, out of laziness, not out of mistakes and failure, just simply out of laziness, you wake up one day and he's making $30,000 a year. And he doesn't say anything. And you're walking around like, because you see the account, you see the job he took, or, you know, and then at some point, aren't you going to say, hey, just wondering, like, are you going to up your game? You know, you used to make $100,000 a year, but now you're only making 30. What's going on? And what if he accuses you of being judgmental, of being insensitive, and all these different things? Wouldn't you be like, wait. You can apply yourself. You changed jobs, or you did this, or you're sitting around the house a lot more playing video games or whatever. You can actually do better because I've seen you better. And he's, oh, you're criticizing me, you're attacking me. How would you feel? Well, this is how we men feel when we see you not at your best anymore, because now you're with us and you think now you got a man or you got a husband. You think you just let yourself go and we're just going to accept you. But you wouldn't really accept us if our finances changed out of laziness, you know, because you can lose a job and be in, you know, distress. But if a man literally just got lazy and just stopped making $100,000 a year, he's now making 30, that is going to be an issue. So if that's an issue, weight is an issue with us. And why is this conversation so difficult for us to discuss? Let's move on.
No woman wants to hear that she's put on weight, especially by her partner, somebody she finds physically attractive. The fact that he's not even being direct about it is what's pissing me off. He's being very insensitive right now, very disrespectful. And I don't really know why I'm here.
Now I want you to think about what she said. The things that's pissing her off is that he's not being direct, which means he's trying to protect her feelings, right? The conversation came up and he's like, yes, let's talk about it, right? But he's not being insensitive or mean. He's just staying with the conversation that you brought up. Do you see this? And now he's demonized for being insensitive because nobody wants to hear that your mate sees you as overweight. Well, how about you just not be overweight? You weren't overweight when he met you. I want y'all to see what dumb shit men have to deal with. We actually give up other women. We actually see a woman that we want to commit to. We can be single. We can be out here sleeping with all these different women and having a great time. But we meet a woman that we actually want to be with, give up our single life, which is beautiful for a lot of us, to be with you. And then you start gaining all this weight and we still don't say anything. But when we actually finally do say something, we're insensitive. We're terrible people. Really?